Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Arlecchino Listener by me. So let's get into it. Arlecchino's birthday wasn't the sort of thing she ever celebrated. He had known this long enough. Whenever the date drew close, she treated it like any other day, immersed in duties, missions. The ceaseless weight of responsibility is the knave. To her, birthdays were kind of unnecessary. Maybe the children liked to celebrate, but she personally was not that invested. But to you, and to the children of the house, her birthday meant a lot of things. Birthdays were important, and as for her, she deserved a day that was hers, even if she would never admit it or think about it. So you had planned in secret, a quiet effort spread across weeks, whispering with Lenny, tugging Lynette aside when Arlecchino was not looking, coordinating with Rimine, who, though shy, was determined to help. Even the younger children grew excited at the idea, keeping their voices down and grinning whenever Arlecchino's sole shadow passed through the halls. It wasn't about extravagance. It was about giving her what she'd never asked for. A simple reminder that she was loved. The morning of her birthday, she woke as always, before dawn, with that sharp awareness of hers that never seemed to fade, as though even sleep itself could not dull her instincts. You stirred when she slipped out of bed, her motions quiet, not wanting to wake you. "You don't have to get up so early," he mumbled, half buried in the pillow. Her lips brushed your forehead in a fleeting kiss, rare softness that she allowed only in front of you. "Responsibilities will not wait. Darling, go back to sleep." You let her go, biting back a smile. Today, any and all responsibilities could wait. Hours later, the house was humming with energy. The children darted about with tasks, decorating the common room, arranging a makeshift feast, setting up the cake that Linny and Lynette had somehow managed to keep hidden. Rimine sat near the kitchen, helping as much as he can, and you oversaw it all, making sure that everything was in place. The lanterns, the flowers picked by small, eager hands. It was not perfect. Arlecchino would probably see flaws immediately. When it came to Arlecchino, nothing could be less than perfect. But, right now, perfection was not the goal. This was heartfelt, full of love and care that perfection could never replicate. "She's going to notice," Lynette murmured at one point, her cool gaze flicking to you as she straightened the ribbon. "Not if we're careful," you said with a grin. Linny leaned in. "She suspects everything. But maybe just this once, we can outwit her." "Maybe. But even if she suspects something, she won't expect this." When the door finally opened, the entire room held its wrath. Arlecchino stepped in, and she froze. Dozens of faces stared up at her. Children of all ages, wide-eyed and smiling nervously. Decorations hung overhead. Lanterns glowed warmly. A feast lining the long table. And at the center of it all, you, waiting with a small smile. "What is this?" Her voice was low, careful, as though she was walking into unfamiliar territory. "It's your birthday. We wanted to celebrate," one of the younger children piped up, unable to contain their excitement. Arlecchino blinked, and for once, words did not come so easily to her. Her sharp gaze flicked from the decorations to the cake to the children, and finally landed on you. You held your eyes steadily, silently telling her, "Let us do this for you." The room erupted. Children swarmed her legs, tugging at her coat, chattering all at once. "Happy birthday! Come sit down. Look, we made you something." Arlecchino stiffened instinctively, but you saw the way her posture softened little by little. She let them guide her forward, though her expression remained unreadable. Lenny presented the cake with a flourish, candlelight flickering across his face. Lynette sat quietly at his side, arms folded, but eyes betraying the smallest glint of pride. Fermine shyly held out his wooden carvings, tiny figurines of wolves, children, and even one of her with a cloak. "You," she murmured, taking the small figures carefully in her hand. Her tone was strange, almost unsteady. "You all did this? For you?" Fermine mumbled, cheeks pink. Arlecchino looked around the room once more, and there was a soft smile on her face. "Thank you." Dinner was chaotic in the best of ways, children laughing and food being passed around. Even Arlecchino, usually so stoic and reserved, allowed herself to respond and to laugh. This wasn't a regular day after all. It was her birthday, and though she never believed they were special, perhaps they could be special with you. And once the day was over, and you were in your room, you wrapped your arms around her from behind. You didn't expect this, did you? No. To be quite honest, I didn't think you wanted it. Birthdays, they never meant anything. Not for someone like me. You reached for her hand, curling your fingers around hers. But they mean something now, don't they? Her gaze lifted to yours, and for a moment, there was no Knave, only Arlecchino. You made me feel so loved. Because we do love you. You should know that. Her eyes softened, and she leaned down, pressing her lips to yours, in a kiss that was gentle, lingering, filled with everything she couldn't put into words. And when she pulled you back, she whispered softly, "Thank you. I will cherish this. I promise." He smiled, resting your forehead against hers. "I know you will. Happy birthday, Arlie." And for the first time in years, she'd let herself have this. If only because she wasn't alone. Not anymore.